Do you love magic? Do you love romance? Then put these two in a test tube, mix them together, and then you'll get these 10 animes. Yes, boys and girls, today we're going to see 10 magic and romance anime you should be watching right now. Let's go. Number 10, Magic-kun Renaissance. When it comes to magic anime, it's very difficult to find something with a unique magic system, so when a show like Magic-kun comes along and does something innovative, it is natural for the show to gain some popularity. Welcome to a world where art becomes magic. If you're a teenager with creative spirits running wild, then you can become one of the best artistas, which is the name they call for people who practice magic arts. So when Kohana Agasuki, a talented artistas, lands in a school, all the boys fall in love with her. But rather than enjoying the romance, all she wants to do is to make Hoshinomori Summer Festa Cultural Festival a success. Okay, you know where this is heading. Cultural festivals, a chance to choose the best girl and best boy, and it's the same tropes repeating over again. But this anime knows how to do it right. Number 9, Seven Seeds. Bring back those getting transported into another world jokes, because this time we literally have a girl who, oh wait, she didn't get transported into an isekai world? She gets transported to the future. Oh, and humanity's extinct. Wow, this show went from a cute slice of life to Attack on Titan real quick. And jokes aside, Seven Seeds has one of the most interesting premises I've seen. Now, the problem is, it's done by Netflix, so we know the execution might not reach the levels of regular anime, but I still feel like it did most of the things right. It definitely knows how to make the characters more unique and then shows their personalities to build the relationships within the story. The show also has an open ending, so don't go expecting everything to conclude perfectly. Number 8, Irregular at Magic High School. Time to shine the spotlight on our beloved, overpowered Oni-sama again. Once again, we have a good old brother and sister joining the magical academy where there are plenty of other girls to win the big brother's heart. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this guy sucks in anime girls towards him faster than a tornado. Also, did I mention he was overpowered? Apparently, he can cheat the magic system, which makes him an irregular at the magic high school. At least now you know how the show got its name. The show definitely has an interesting magic system, since the whole story is based on how our main character can cheat with that magic system. Even though the romance appears only lightly, it's very well done. Once again, Oni-sama wins the girl. Number 7, Grimm's Notes the animation. Do you love fairy tales? No? Then do you love fairy tales where one guy is surrounded by 10 or 20 girls? No, we're not speaking about The Witcher. The story is something pretty simple with your good old Cinderella fairy tales coming true in anime format. But at the same time, the show has some characters with great potential. It's based on a game, and even though many video game to anime adaptations don't really work well, this works fine because of the very simple premise of the show. From the start, we follow 4 characters: X, Rina, Tao, and Shane. All of them have had pretty much dark pasts, and rather than turning them darker and making this a grim dark show, the anime shows how they try to give each other their stories a happy ending. If you need some lighthearted show, then this is the one for you. Number 6, Blade Dance the Elementalers. How far can coincidences go? Of course, this is the anime we're speaking about, so it might come off as no surprise when I say a guy landed in the wrong place at the wrong time, saw a ritual that was to remain private, and then became a part of the ritual itself. Now, the thing is, the person who did the ritual was a tsundere with anger management issues, so this means the guy is going to suffer a lot of physical torture at the hands of this anime girl. But apart from showing the misfortune this innocent guy fell in, the show does a good job building up the world of this anime and showing how the magic system works. Oh, and the guy gets enrolled in an all-girls academy. I guess you know where this is heading by now. Number 5, My Cultivator Girlfriend. This is aimed towards the people who understand the cultivation niche of Eastern media. And no, it doesn't mean the main character and the girl goes and starts a paddy field. Here we move onto a modern civilization world where a rule known as the law of the jungle makes everyone's lives insecure. After saving a cultivator girl, the security guard Ma Yingxiang accidentally starts the journey of practicing cultivation. If you have read works of similar niche, then you know how this is going to go. There is the concept of leveling up, gradually gaining strength, becoming a badass, the good stuff. This is also a Chinese anime, which means even if you're a pro at Japanese, you'll still need to switch on subtitles to understand the story. Number 4, Angels of Death. Welcome to the anime where the psychopath falls in love with the cute girl. That's right. Here we don't have anti-heroes. We have guys who straight up take the scythe and chop their way through. One thing I loved about The Angels of Death is the way it twisted its premise from the start and introduced a simple story in a more grimdark way. This doesn't have a high school romance plotline where the girl instantly falls in love with the guy and then proceeds to have a couple of wholesome moments. The show starts with our guy trying to kill the girl and the horror factor of how the show is established from the first episode itself. If you need a grimdark magic plus romance story with plenty of blood and violence, then this is the show for you. Number 3, Tokyo Ravens.
可愛いでしょ。可愛いよね。可愛いって言え。
Sometimes having magic is good. You can feel like Harry Potter, or if you're lucky, Harry Potter with a harem. But Tokyo Ravens represents a darker side of magic, the thing that destroys worlds and makes you want to run away once you wield it. Here we meet Harutora, a member of the Tsuchimikado's branch family, a boy who has vowed to protect Natsume, the heir of the Tsuchimikado's main family. But Haruta, unlike many others, doesn't possess any magical abilities. But as he learns about the potential of Onimuaidu magic, a magic that could destroy worlds, he needs to make the tough choice of whether to face the challenges or run away. The show establishes its romance from the very first episode and then pushes every obstacle in the world to avoid it. I mean, this guy got kissed by another girl. What more could you ask? Number 2, Kaze no Stigma. Another badass boy coming back to get hit by the girl for something he didn't do at all. But luckily, since he's badass, he can teach the girl a lesson. The story of Kaze no Stigma is centralized around Kazuma Yagami, a young man that was banished from the noble Kanagi household due to his inability to control fire and his defeat in a duel with his younger cousin, Ayono Kanagi. When he returns home after his exile, he finds out that most of his family members have been murdered using Fujitsu, which is the ability to control the wind. Now, all the blame of this naturally falls on our poor Kazuma, and now he has to figure out the real culprit behind the murder, or his potential girlfriend, aka the hot-headed tsundere Ayono, will kill him first. Or will she? Because this guy definitely knows how to calm a hot-headed tsundere. Number 1, Koyoku Suri.
そんな容易ならない鋭利さ。これが一目惚れというやつか。
Demons? Shonen? Romance? Yeah, I'm definitely in for this one. The story follows Kotoko Iwanaga, who accepts her position as the goddess of wisdom. Her responsibility: serve as a mediator between the Hoyokai and humanity, solving any supernatural problems that she comes against. However, the romance element comes in when Kotoko comes across Kuro Sakuragawa at the local hospital. As soon as she meets him, she realizes something is definitely wrong with this guy. And then things go really wrong when a demon attacks them. Some call this show a bit dialogue heavy, but as a guy who reads light novels, I definitely love some dialogue heavy shows. So if you're like me, you'll definitely love this one. And we've got demons? That's way better.